Today on the channel from Super 7 Ultimates G.I. Joe Series 3, we got the Cobra Trooper.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today from G.I. Joe Series 3, we got the 2-in-1 Cobra Trooper. But for all your Super 7 needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. You can also go to the Super 7 website itself. Put in code KYLEP, support the channel. There you go. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on this channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And the long await finally here for G.I. Joe, I almost said Classified, G.I. Joe Ultimate Series 3. And that's what we got here. Of course, the cartoon depiction, which, man, as a little kid, this is what I wanted. So all these years later, finally getting the G.I. Joe line I've always wanted. I love Classified, but I do love this cartoon accurate or cartoon depiction of some of these characters. Absolutely love it. And the Cobra Trooper is really the OG army builder when you think about it. Of course, we got the bats in this line, two different versions. But the Trooper here is one of the greatest army builders of all time. Kind of their version of the Stormtrooper, really, if you think about it. So this should be a pretty good one here. And one I'm going to have to buy multiples of. I need at least one more of these loose in my collection, and we'll get into that in a second. But let's look at the packaging on this one right now. We got the blue for Cobra. Love the little wear on there. It kind of looks metal and stuff. And, of course, the Cobra logo looking really, really good. I would say Cobra Troop 01, Series 3 on the side. I always love that kind of thing. Nothing too fun there. A little Ultimate on the top. G.I. Joe on the back. Barely can see that there. But, of course, slipcase cover. You just remove this bad boy. Give the old off to the side. See you later. And there's that classic G.I. Joe logo at the top. Big, big window box looking really good. You can see all those extra hands. Weapons, a lot going on inside this pack here. Cobra Trooper, I think that's all it really says. Infantry, Cobra Trooper, and you get two different skin tone colors on this one, which is really cool, especially with an army builder. You get a little point of difference going on. Really do like that a whole lot. On the back, we got kind of that computer readout going on. Let's see what it says about our old friend, the Cobra Trooper. Yeah, let's see, file name unknown. It could be my name. It could be Kyle Peterson for all we do know. Primary specialty, infantry. Secondary, sabotage, like a young Beastie Boys. Or a Firefly, maybe. Birthplace, various countries, grade E4 or equivalent. One of the nameless, faceless legions of Cobra Command. Each Cobra is highly skilled in the use of explosives. All NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms, sabotage, and the martial arts. Oh, watch out. Qualified expert, all military small arms and infantry weapons. Cobras swear absolute loyalty to their fanatical leader, Cobra Commander, their goal to conquer the world for their own evil purposes. And oh my gosh, we got a lot going on right there, that's for sure. But we're going to bust him out. Got that kind of starburst background. We know it, we love it, we want some more of it. See you later behind the back, always looking good there. And then we got the big old, oh, we're losing stuff, watch out. Plastic prison right there, going to take this offline. Get him out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Cobra Trooper. All right, we got the Cobra Trooper out of the package. Let's dive into the accessories first, work our way to the figure, and let's start off with the hands. Let's have the hands have it. How about? Now, we get two skin tone colors, as I mentioned with this one. So we do get the white and a little bit of a tanner. Not quite a hot dog tan from Hulk Hogan, but a little bit tanner variety. I guess that's kind of how it was in the cartoon as well. So the same hands times two. I'll just walk through them once. Now we got two Fists of Fury out of the package. He came to fight with his fists, not his weapons. So he does have that. We do got two bigger gripping hands here for, I think, that walkie-talkie. So we do get those hands. We get two gripping hands here, trigger finger hands. That makes a lot of sense. They got to have some weapons going on. And then we do get another just straight up gripping hand right here for that lasso over there. So we did get that, and then we get the same thing in both color hands. So choose your own adventure. You can mix and match your colors if you want to get real crazy with it, but really leads itself to some really good army building right here. There's no doubt about it, and I do like that little extra attention to detail here from Super 7. So we do get that going on. Talked about that walkie-talkie. Got a very small walkie-talkie right here. Looking good antenna, nice bluish grayish color, little speaker on there. Fits home. Of course, they're sending a radio message to Major Blood or Destro or whoever it may be. It is on brand, I would say. Now we get down to some weapons here, and this is the one I think of. When I think of a Cobra Trooper, especially in the cartoon, this is exactly what I think of. And I love the silverish grayish color, almost a little sparkle to this a little bit here, but a classic Cobra weapon. Here for that, had to be in here. Then we do get a little pistol, very Cobra Commander-esque in the pistol. Is it a Luger? Could it be a Lex Luger? Who knows? We do get this little pistol here looking very good. And then, of course, this one here, a big old sharpshooter sniper rifle, big rifle. I guess not so much sniper, but a big rifle here. All these got that same gray color to them, but we do get a little strap action on this one in black. So really, you got 3 different troopers. You could have 3 different guns with that trooper if you wanted to. So really like the choose your own adventure aspect, of course, of the weapons. But we're not done. The final weapon here, I believe, is this from that episode where they, like, the Joes went up in space and there was those, like, furry creatures that turned into monsters? I loved that episode when I was a kid. I would love to have those monsters in this toy line eventually. So maybe that could be a one-off from Super 7. That'd be cool. But I kind of remember they had these, like, laser whips, and they were whipping those, like, furry monsters with. And I think that's what this is from, actually. But it looks very scientific, things like going on here. You got all kinds of buttons and stuff. Almost looks like a lightsaber in a little bit of ways there. But then you got the whole strand here. Very translucent blue. Very cool design. Like this whole lot. Would like it even more if I had one of those monsters with me. Maybe they could do a Super 7 2-pack with one of these guys and a monster. I'd be here for that. Sign me up for all the space sci-fi monsters. I'm here for it. Now, the final accessory we get is a blue briefcase. Just a straight-up blue briefcase. Got a gray handle on it. However, this briefcase does open. I think it opens. Can I get it open? Oh my gosh, it's very tight. Get the crowbar out. But it opens up and you got a bomb right there. It almost reminds me of Cobra Commander in the G.I. Joe movie, flying up, putting the bomb on the Statue of Liberty and then flying off. Kind of that same vibe going on here. But the countdown's up. It's got 1 minute. 1 minute left till it blows up. A very cool little briefcase thing. Looks, could have used a good Cobra logo or something like that. I wouldn't have been against that, but it is another thing. It's one of those accessories you could use almost any which way you wanted to if you really wanted to, with other toy lines, things like that. But now we're going to dive into the Trooper itself, and we're going to start with the head sculpt on it. Now, this is the white Trooper, and he's got some blonde eyebrows, and I don't know. He's got his COVID mask on real tight. He's not taking that mask off for anybody. He doesn't care. But boy, it almost looks to me like Duke under the mask. Like they used the Duke head sculpt and put the mask over it, put the helmet on, and nobody will notice. It's just Duke. The hair color looks like Duke. I swear, this is Duke under the mask. Duke, as we thought, can't be trusted. Double agent. Full of nepotism, just a terrible guy Duke is. That's why Flint is the true leader of G.I. Joe at the end of the day. He would never be a Cobra member, and when he does dress like this, Flint, we know it's in disguise. He's trying to infiltrate. We saw that before. But this definitely is Duke behind here. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm calling up Ventura.
You ever wonder if they're watching your every move? Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it.
And I think Jesse Ventura agrees with me. Duke, full Cobra member right there. But good head sculpt here. Looks very good, even if it does look like Duke. Helmet not removable. I don't hate that. I actually don't. I'm sure some people would say I'd like it removable. I don't feel I need this removable, but it is a nice helmet. And it's funny is the helmet's basically Cobra Commander without the faceplate. I always kind of forget that's kind of how it sets, but that's exactly what it looks like right here. Big black mask going over the top as well. Now, the second head sculpt here is definitely not Duke. I don't know who this is. This is a legit Cobra member is who this one is. But you do get the different color skin tone there. Some very surprised eyebrows on this guy, but pretty much the same thing holds true right here for these. So the more you know. Choose your own skin color adventure at the end of the day. Now, that Cobra insignia right there on the chest looking really, really good. I love how that stands out against the whole blue outfit. Looking very, very nice there. He's got some suspenders going on like a young Stefan Urkel, or Steve Urkel, I guess, at the end of the day. But definitely has those going there. He's got a couple of pouches on the side as well, looking nice. 2 Fist Fury, as we did talk about. And, of course, arms go all the way around. Bicep cut. Single jointed elbows, little side-to-side action there if you need it. Hands removable, head removable. And you just pop this whole deal off, so that's interesting. We'll see how easy this one goes on. Just switch the heads around if you want to. Yeah, just pop them on. Very, very easy to remove. Usually we struggle with some Super 7 figures. Sometimes you got to heat them up. I had to do that with Storm Shadow. This one, not the case. They will just pop on and off very easily. So I like the ease of changing out there. I like that. That is very nice. So we did talk the articulation, ab crunch going on. Big old Cobra Trooper splits if you do need them. No real waist, a little bit of movement, but not total waist movement. Legs go up, bend at the knee, side to side, not really. You do get a boot cut, ankles little side to side, a little bit of up and down. Pretty much your usual Super 7 articulation right here. He does got some knee pads going there. You got the blue tights, the blue tights throughout here. Of course, the knee pads got a little black wrapping in the back. Black boots, ready to battle. He's ready to go. He's ready for some fisticuffs. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is Duke, and he is a double agent. Terrible of him to trade on the Joes and stuff like that at the end of the day. Now, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Make sure you get the Mattel stands, as I always do say. But what do you know? Fits really, really good right there. Man, really does feel like a Cobra Trooper right out of the cartoon. That's what it's supposed to represent, but it really does bring it home for me. Like I've always said, I've always been a cartoon Joe guy. The comics I dabbled in many, many years after the cartoon was long gone. I finally did read the comics, the classic comic series. But to me, it'll always be cartoon first in my mind, and it is what it is. Some people are comic first, some people are Sigma 6, some people are G.I. Joe Extreme fans. Be whatever you want as long as you're a G.I. Joe fan at the end of the day. But when I think of a Cobra Trooper, this is what I think of. Of course, the classified line also thinks of them from time to time. A little bit more updated variety over here. Darker colors, a little meaner stance, more cartoony over here. And that's the beauty of these two lines. They can run side by side as they're really totally different. Same thing, G.I. Joe, but different takes on what they're going for. And I love both of them a whole lot. A whole lot. There you go. And then, of course, we got Storm Shadow. We just recently unboxed him. Storm Shadow is really great. I just can't figure out his ab crunch. Kind of giving me fits, as one may say. My grandma would say that. But a crazy ab crunch on him. Don't have that problem on the Trooper. But man, oh man, building out those Super 7 Joe ranks, I'm here for it. I hope they just kind of move a little bit faster. We did just recently see the newest set released. It's going to be Lady J, Scarlet, Baroness, all repaints. Not a huge fan of that, but we'll see where that ends up going. See if that bides us in between a couple of waves. We'll see what happens here. But a lot of fun today with this one. I definitely have to pick up one more of these for my personal collection. But what say you and what say your collection? You picking these up? You passing? Long game? No game? The not sure game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. So for the Cobra Trooper, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.